Well, good day YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Solo review again. You're going to see so many of these now that it's not even funny. Anyway, solo review. What do I have to drink with you tonight? I have a drink from the Spoetzl, a beer from the Spoetzl Brewing Company in Shiner, Texas. This is Shiner's Rye Lager, their Rise and Shine Rye Lager, that is. It says here that it's Brewer's Pride, Craft Brew number 2. A little something special from the little brewery in Shiner. So what I take by that is that this is a full-on handcrafted beer instead of anything else. This small batch brew is the second in our limited edition Brewer's Pride Craft Brew series. It is a medium-bodied, I'm not going to read any of that. I'm going to read that. So yeah, that's just it. It's a small batch brew that is the second in their limited edition craft brew series. And you picked a rye lager. Gutsy. I've seen 4.8, 4.6, and 4.5 for the ABV on this. So, I don't know, we'll go with 4.7, which is in the middle of them all. We'll go with 4.8, it was the highest. Well, I almost fixed it. There was a bunch of residue on the glass after my first review, so I just really rigorously washed it. I got most of it off. Not all of it though, down in the bottom there's still a bunch. But this side is clear, this side is almost clear. Being said, the head is fading a lot faster than I thought it would. There we go to the beer being poured and ready. Wow. Look at that. That is a nice reddish brown. It's the almost to ruby red, but it's still in the amber hue. There's still a touch of brown to it. It's looking pretty damn spectacular. The head, small bubbles, fading fast. Has a nice snap crackle pop to it, a little off-white. Looks nice. It does look very nice. Now, when I sniffed their Shiner Bock, I said it reminded me a lot of Michelob Amber Bock. And this reminds me a lot of Michelob Amber Bock as well. This reminds me a lot of the Shiner Bock. This reminds me of the Shiner Bock, but with a little bit more caramel in it, and a touch of graininess, which you would be getting from the rye. It doesn't even have that roasty, toasty scent that a lot of rye beers would have. Oh well, let's try it. Cheers. It's very drinkable, but there's really nothing to it. There is a zesty roastiness to it, which would be the rye. It is a mouth-drying sensation. It's a tiny touch spicy. It's a beautiful rye taste, but other than that, there's nothing else to this. The finish is just a roastiness. The wait. light-bodied, easy drinking. But really, after the rye taste, after the rye roastiness, the rye zestiness, the rye spiciness, and the rye drying, you're left with just a tiny touch of sour that hits you for a second, and then it goes right back into the roasty zesty. There is also a tiny overlay of sweetness back at the background, but again, nothing special, nothing spectacular. I mean, this is the second beer in their Brewer's Pride craft beer series, and it's really, for me at least, a letdown. Now I don't know what they normally make. This could be great for them, but for me, it's not there. It's doing well. I mean, I like it. I'll drink it, but for what it is, it's just. I guess there's just been so many rye beers lately, and even like, I'm not a big lager fan to begin with, but after having a bunch of lagers from Jack's Abbey, it's hard to get into lagers from anyone else, and I think that's what's hurting them right now. Is just that, but I mean, it drinks really easily. I could see you get behind this even if you were a macro beer head. And I say that and it kind of sounds like a slander, but it isn't. I mean, I don't care what you drink. But no matter what you drink, I think you could get behind this. If you don't like dark beers, this could start getting you on the path to liking dark beers. It's not a bad beer at all. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I would buy it again. There's just nothing about it that makes me jump up in joy. Again, taste, touch of sweetness, touch of sour, and everything else is just the zesty, spicy, grainy rye taste. And I mean, I guess you can't ask for more. If you like rye, you'll like the beer. Thank you guys. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful night.